A quick video about making buttons that will appear in your Canva designs. Predominantly, that's going to be on website pages, Canva websites, or you could add it into a PDF document. And I'll explain how you kind of finish that off at the end. This is just a demo website that I use for training purposes. And if I'm in preview mode, I can have a look at how that website would look to a client, for example. And I have 3 buttons here. This is what they look like as a finished product. They are functioning. When I hover over it, it goes into like the symbol of the hand, not the pointer. So I know that there's a live link behind that, a live URL. And that could be your payment gateway, your website, for example. So, it is a functioning button. If I click on that, it just takes me to my own website, actually. I'm going to just quickly show you how you can make those buttons. It really is a quick and simple job. But remember, they will only work if it's a Canva website template or a template that you then make into a PDF that perhaps you want to share with clients. So if I just take this page, for example, if I wanted these to be buttons here, I go into Elements and search for buttons. Okay, I just did this a minute ago, so that's why it's there already. So I type in button, search, and I've got lots here. It does bring up sewing buttons as well. But you've got ones that, have a shadow, have a shine to them. So lots of different types. My favorite is probably this one because it's got that arrow. So it's kind of self-explanatory what it does. I can change the color. I've just clicked on it. The menu has come up here. I can click on my color and let's make it dark blue, for example, one of my brand colors. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller and stick it behind that text there. I could make that text a little bit smaller and therefore then the button as well. So, right, I've got the text on the front. I'm going to change the colour so I can see it a bit better. I've got the text on the front and the button behind it. Now, it would be a good idea to group those, but I'm going to put the link in first before I group these 2 elements. I'm going to put the link on the text. Click on the 3 buttons and link comes up. If I just type in a link, I'm just going to put BBC as an example and done, then that link is sitting within that text. If I then group, so I'm just highlighting the button, the blue button element and the text together, and I group them, it now becomes one item, much easier to move around or line up with other elements. And the website is still sat in there. So if I preview that, come down to this page, you can see there, I can click on that, and lo and behold, I go straight to the BBC. Now, in the design, when I'm able to edit, if I hover over and look, if I want to edit that link, I just click on the pencil and I can delete it, or I can edit the link into something else. Really, really useful if your prices are changing and you want to update the link here to your PayPal button, for example, or your any sort of pay gateway that you have. Or perhaps the dates have changed. Perhaps it's a webinar or something and the dates have changed. So any information you want to update, it's really handy. This is in a website template. That's most logically where buttons would happen. But if it's something like a PDF, a presentation slide deck, you might want to PDF that. And so you could publish and share, but in a PDF download, so if I press the share button, I could download as a PDF, that button and the link behind it would stay functioning. Other types like JPEGs and PNGs, it's not going to happen because they are basically files that we use mainly for images, pictures and things that we'd use on social media. So it needs to be a PDF if you want that link to still work. Okay, that's buttons for you. Let me know how you get on with that.